You know, I post a challenge video like every week. It just wasn't doing it. Freddy needs more. I mean, look at him. He's a big old boy. He needs more content. The content I feed him right now, he just isn't happy with. I need something that can sustain him. Something that can hold him back from eating me. I'm worried that I might be next. So I had to think of an idea. And while I was thinking, I was scrolling through YouTube, and there it was. Astral Spiff posted a video on a mod called Montyverse. This was perfect for Freddy. I'm playing a game with him in it, and I'm feeding him content. Now, I gotta be honest, this probably was the most frustrating challenge I think I've done on the channel. So this Montyverse mod, if you don't know, it spawns Monty every 15 seconds. It was absolute hell. Shout out to Twin Gamer Dudes for making this mod. They did a fantastic job. I ain't gonna lie, this mod made me want to just chuck my hamster at Mach speed towards my wall. So all the pain and suffering caused in this video, I blame Astral Spiff. In this mod, wherever you're looking is where Monty will spawn. This is a very important detail that I wish I just realized very early on, because I'm an idiot for not realizing this. Now, all I'm trying to do is just beat the game. So I'm just trying to get the normal ending. Am I a pussy? Absolutely. Because I'm not trying to get all the endings, just the fastest ending I could get. I'm not doing any glitches either. Well, not any glitches on purpose. This game is still very broken. No. Ah, fuck. So join me if you want to see me rage and kick a child's chest through his back. Then let's go beat Five Nights at Freddy's Monty only. We start our journey with our big old boy Freddy, and we play as Gregory. We're avoiding Vanessa, the security guard. I don't know why we're in this pizzaplex. I'm sure there's some lore reason, and you guys are more than welcome to discuss the FNAF lore in the comments. You might learn a thing or two, honestly, from you guys. Now keep in mind, if you talk about lore, please be respectful down there. I know the lore is a heated discussion for some. First, we gotta make our way through these vents, and already Monty is spawning and ruining our plans. This beginning segment took me an embarrassing amount of time to progress, because I didn't know how the mod worked just yet, and Monty didn't give a shit. He was tearing into my cheeks. Need to get the fuck out of here. Where are we going? Oh, he just fell through this earth. After making our way through the pizzaplex and getting jump scared many times by Monty, which, by the way, Monty is so damn fast. I don't know if it's the dingleberries in my pants that he smells or what it is that makes him so fast, but he killed me so many times. I just need to save. I just need to fucking save. He spawned in the save. Excuse me. I need to use this. What the fuck? We have to get the daycare pass. I actually don't remember why we need it, and that just shows how much I pay attention to the story. Hey, it's been like 3 years since I played this game, so give me some leniency. We're trying to get to the daycare. We died a shit ton here. Of course, Monty was just on our ass 24/7. But finally, we got to the daycare, and we were able to slide down the slide into a bunch of balls. So we mess with the security badge, and it turns off the lights to the daycare, and we got to turn on 4 generators. While turning these on, we have to avoid the moon guy man. I don't know what his name is. I think it's just Moon. And we have to avoid Monty on top of it. And I couldn't even get out of this like little desk security area because the Montys just kept spawning. There was just a trail of Montys trying to escape. God, the frames. Please. Oh my god. Which also, real quick, I just want to know why there's 4 generators in the actual like jungle gym area. They're just asking for lawsuits. So this part actually wasn't too bad. Luckily, Monty couldn't spawn like really in the jungle gym, and Moon was doing his own thing. He would glitch anyway, so it was fine. After turning on the generators, Sun snitches on us and yells out to security because we did break into his home and we saw his mass amounts of furry porn. It was pretty disturbing. We now make our way to a charging station, and we see Vanny for the first time.
When that happens, the lights go out. And when that happens, the daycare...
And when that happens, and when that happens, we all get butt fucked. Our eyesight gets all fuzzy because we're probably a robot or some shit. I don't know the lore of Gregory. Apparently, he might be the crying child's, like, rebuilt robot. I don't know. That's just a topic for a different day. You know, this game goes by like a breeze when we're in Freddy. It's the best when we're in Freddy. I stayed in Freddy as much as I possibly could, so Monty couldn't get us. And there are some parts where they take away Freddy, and that's when it gets a little hectic. Save stations were also my bestest friends, and I saved as much as possible because this game has ass checkpoints. And I gotta say, this version of Security Breach is, I think, the scariest FNAF. This is how you have to play it right here. This mod makes it just terrifying. This is primal fear. The best way I can put it is that it's panic fear. Lixian explained it in the best way.
You know when you're a little kid and an older family member starts running after you, pretending to be the boogeyman or something, and it's all fun and games until he starts getting closer to you going, and then you go...
We avoid Monty some more, and we get chased by Chica into this, like, security office. Hey, bitch. Oh my god, her neck is broke. Jesus. where we have to make a pizza to distract her. We control this robot to make the pizza, and Chica was an absolute asshole. She destroyed my robot. It was super rude. And after this like pizza part of making this pizza, I died so many times. Like we have to like escape this area, and oh my goodness, we don't have Freddy here, and it was just hell because Chica was being rude as hell chasing us, and then we also had the game just glitch a bunch here, and Monty was just being a total dick. Ultimately, getting to the end of this like area, we get kidnapped by Vanessa and thrown into this room for sloppy seconds for Vanny. So we find our big old boy Freddy hurt on the ground, and we have to make our way through like this back area of the Pizzaplex. And oh great, Roxy's here hunting us. So being chased by Roxy, and on top of it, Monty spawning, this section took me forever to get around. Our goal here is to get a backstage pass so we can get a security thingy to open another door onto one of the most annoying sections of the game. You go to the security office where you have to help Freddy like navigate through the Pizzaplex to like come save you from the other animatronics. So while helping him navigate, you have to electrocute the doors that the animatronics are banging on. Trying to do this while avoiding all of the Montys was hell. I tried this for like an hour, and I didn't even think once to use my brain, because then I realized that the Montys can spawn in the wall. Remember how earlier I said they spawn where you look? Well, if you look at the wall, they spawn in the wall. So all I did was I would just stay as close to the wall as I possibly could, and I would get him to spawn in the wall or outside the office. This would work sometimes and wouldn't work other times, because when we had to press the button, Monty would sometimes spawn in the room, but then he would try to get out of the room. I'm not really sure what his goal was here, but I could hop up on the like terminals and just stand there and he wouldn't be able to get me. I guess it was just outside of the pathing zone. After a while of cheesing the shit out of this, we finally got to Freddy and gave him a big ol' hug. Felt his big ol' rolls just pressing up against me, and I saved as fast as I possibly could. So as you can tell, I've been feeding Freddy just non-stop content for the past while, and he's got one full belly. And hey, you could be like Freddy too if you become a channel member for only $1 a month. Bet you weren't expecting that segue. Now, but seriously, it would help me out a lot to continue doing videos like this if you guys became a member. I got some content on there right now if you guys want to check it out. I'm gonna be doing some like behind the scenes stuff of like how I make these videos, hopefully maybe to help you guys out if you want to start your own channel or like kind of show some inspiration. But again, it's only $1 a month, and if you feel like supporting me, then awesome. Anyways, shameless plug out of the way. After this, we get chased by Moon Man, and after learning that strat of getting Monty to spawn in the wall, we use that at every possible area we possibly could. Shortly after, we make our way to this like really scary area where there's a bunch of like weeping angel type endoskeletons walking around, where they only move when you're not looking at them. This part is really cool, but with the Montys, it is annoying as hell. But again, we got him to just keep spawning in the wall, and we need this security badge to open some more doors up. And after avoiding the shit out of all these guys, we narrowly escaped them, and we immediately saved. I wasn't risking it for a second. On the way, we got this power upgrade for our boy Freddy. In this section where we have to upgrade him, this is like a parts and service section. It's pretty cool. It was pretty fun to just sit and watch Freddy and Vanessa argue while the Montys just kept spawning and walking through the door. But we ended up upgrading him, and we have two options here. We can go to Phaser Blast, or we can go to Monty's Golf. So if you go to Monty's Golf, you get this like camera that stuns the animatronics, and you get Monty's claws. You have to fight him as like a final boss of the area. And if you go to Phaser Blast, you get the like actual Phaser Blaster, but you have to fight Chica, and she's like the final boss of the area. If you fight her, you get her voice box. Both of their upgrades go to Freddy, and they open certain doors. I chose to do Phaser Blast because you get to play laser tag, and it's fun as shit. Like, who doesn't want to do that? It was hell though, being enclosed in this like narrow area, playing like laser tag and avoiding Monty and Chica. It was a little bit all over the place. We had to capture these flags, but ultimately we came out on top. We captured all the points, and we made Freddy proud.
Good job, superstar.
Hear that? He called me a superstar. That's right, me, not any of you loser lowlifes. Now we have to decommission Chica, which basically means beat the shit out of her. We need her voice box so we can get to an area, Roxy's Raceway. We have to like fight Roxy. She's like the final boss here. But first, we have to lure out Chica with this like Monty mix. I'm not really sure what the Monty mix is. I think it's Monty's diarrhea or throw up. Not really sure what it is. It's just some green substance. This part wasn't bad after Phaser Blast because I just stayed in Freddy 24/7. And same thing, I stayed in Freddy to get the mix. I also want to know why in Bonnie's Bowl you don't get to bowl. I think it's kind of a scam. It's kind of rude. I would have liked to have gone bowling a little bit. It would have been fun. If Secrets of the Mimic doesn't have a bowling section, I'm gonna be pissed. Anyways, after getting the Monty mix and putting it in the trash compactor, we absolutely destroy Chica, which Gregory has to be a robot because he kicked the shit out of Chica. I mean, he pushes and kicks the hell out of this like giant robot. Chica ends up dragging us into the sewer, and we have to navigate these like narrow ass hallways hallways, and all these Monties are just multiplying. After dying a few times and learning kind of like the area, luckily I can spawn Monty in the walls of the sewer because of how narrow it is. So we have to turn on a bunch of generators to open up these doors so we can get back to Freddy. All the while Chica is chasing us, and so is Monty sometimes. Sometimes he wouldn't spawn in the walls. And after dying a lot, we finally were able to make our way out of here. We also stumble upon the sticky note room. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Now we're in the final segments of the game where we have to disassemble Roxy. The reason we have to disassemble her is we have to get her eyes. I don't really know why we need her eyes. I'm gonna be honest. We just do. We just need them. So we upgraded Freddy with Chica's voice box, and we were able to open that door at Roxy's Raceway. I guess we have a plan to crash this like go-kart into Roxy, and we have to get a head for this robot. And the reason we need the head to the robot is because we can't ride alone in this go-kart since, you know, I'm just a kid. This whole section was pretty easy because once again, I stayed in Freddy. The only annoying thing is that when we find the head to the robot, we have to repair it. So in order to do that, we have to go all the way back to the Fazcade, which is like on the other side of the map, just like up in the very top. It was just like, it's just a little tedious. And sadly, Freddy is not able to go into the Fazcade, and his reasoning is because he says that he'll just keep boogieing down if he goes into the Fazcade. He just can't help himself, which I think is annoying as hell because I would have loved to seen Freddy just start boogieing. Anyways, we get introduced to DJ Music Man in all his glory. The vibes were quite epic. The power suddenly goes out and we have to turn on more damn generators. Didn't I already do this? Whatever. Anyways, after a very long time of dying and dying and dying, we finally turned them all on, and we get chased by big old DJ Music Man. He's actually not bad to avoid because you can just outrun the shit out of him. After getting the power back on and repairing the head, we have to make our way back to Roxy's Raceway, and we plop that head right on the robot and drive straight into Roxy. Gregory is a stone cold killer. They're sentient. They're like Detroit Become Human robots. They like have feelings and stuff, and he just calculates the shit out of this drive-by and crashes straight into her. We grab Roxy's eyes and she attacks us. She's not dead somehow. This part was a little annoying because for some reason the building is just on fire all of a sudden, but we just had to lure her into these doors to kind of break them, and ultimately we escaped. But now we have Roxy's eyes and we head our way into the upgrade box and install them into Freddy. We're almost done with the game. We're right there, and after getting them installed, we get chased by the Moon Man. We start hurrying our way to the exit door, and it is 6 a.m. We get to that door and we have an option. Freddy asks us. He wants us to stay, or we can leave. The options we have is we can stay and figure out the mysteries with Vanny and defeat her, or we can escape and be a lifelong pussy. So after sitting there and thinking about it, I was thinking, you know, I could make more content, maybe feed it to Freddy. You know, maybe this wasn't enough. Maybe I could stay and defeat Vanny. Nah, I'm just kidding. I got the fuck out of there. I dipped as fast as I could. Sorry, Freddy. Not this time, buddy. I was done with this game. This took me way longer than I wish it would have, but we did it. I got the just generic ass ending. I know, I'm sorry. I'm a bitch, but I was just, it was embarrassing the amount of time. I'm not telling you how long it took me because it's embarrassing. Astral Spiff, you're built different, bro. You just like, I know, I watched his video after doing this video and he did an insane job. I think he got all the endings, I think, and beat it still in like 7 hours or something like that. He did way better than me. But let me know if you want to see more from FNAF, like some more challenges from it or some other FNAF games. You know, I'm open to suggestions. I had an absolute blast doing this. Even though how long it took me, I still had a grand old time. It was really fun. Also, let me know if you want to see more challenges, just like, you know, from Resident Evil, some other games, you know, leave them in the comments. If you want to see some more challenges that I've done, click on the screen to watch some more. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. And as always, love you guys. Bye-bye.